Global happenings today. We communicate. We analyze global news.
All right, welcome back to our channel. Finally, the governor of Rivers State, Similar Fubara, has responded directly to the verdict of the Supreme Court, but he had made some very awesome move, which I think right now has thrown a lot of people under the bus. But then let's just listen and we'll be back with my colleague to talk more on this.
People of Rivers State, we are all aware of the recent Supreme Court judgment and the pronouncement regarding aspects of the lingering political dispute in our dear state. Although we disagree with the judgment, we are bound to obey the order made therein as a law-abiding government. Since inception, we have conducted the affair of government within the framework of our Constitution, due process, and the rule of law. While we are not above mistakes, because we are humans, we believe that we have not, as a government, done anything deliberately to trample on the rule of law or the hallowed principles of constitutional governance. Accordingly, I've had a meeting with my team of lawyers, and they have assured me that the certified true copy of the judgment may be available to them by Friday, the 7th March of 2025. I assure you that upon the receipt of certified judgment, we shall study the ramification and implement them without reservation to move the state forward. Furthermore, given the outlawing of caretaker arrangements in the local government system, I hereby direct Head of Local Government Administration to immediately take over the administration of the 23 local government council, pending the conduct of a fresh election by the Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission. I further direct that the outgoing local government chairman to formally hand over to the Head of Local Government Administration by Monday, the 3rd of March 2025. Although our dear state seems to be back in trying time, I urge everyone to remain calm and peacefully go about with their legitimate daily activities as we continue to do everything in our power to advance our responsibility to the citizen. Thank you, and may God bless Rivers State.
All right, welcome back. Now, the whole broadcast was very okay, and it was acceptable by Wike's camp. There was no hitches until when he did make mention of the fact that he will, because of the, according to him, I'm going to say exactly what the governor said so that I won't be quoted out of context. He said at one point that furthermore, given the outlawing of the caretaker arrangement in the local government system, I hereby direct the head of local government administration to immediately take over the administration of the 23 local government council pending the conduct of fresh election to the Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission. And this one was, it drew those ex local government chairmen under the bus, because most of them, if you had listened to, maybe I'm going to allow you to listen to someone like Samuel One or CK, was very excited, and he says he's going to be resuming on Monday as the local government chairman. But right now, with the statement by the governor, and also with the case which was invalidated at one point by the local, by I think the appeal court, where they went as far as, dragging that according to the law, this blah 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 blah, but it was, I think, either appeal court or federal high court. It was invalidated that they have finished their own tenure and there's no way they can continue. I think right now they are overly displeased with the final statement made by the government in respect to the local government. My colleague is in the house. What's the standpoint on the broadcast of the governor? Do you think that is all encompassing? Because if you listen very well, he did not make mention of the fact that he was going to present the budget. He did not make mention of the fact that he recognizes the the 27 lawmakers. The only thing he said, which I took note of, was the fact that they're going to study it. But the only decision he has taken right now is the fact that all the local government chairmen who came in via the October 5th election, that they should stand down and hand over to the administrative head. Do you think that this has gone in sync with the Wike's scam, or?
Okay, but let's look at this one step at a time. The fact that he was proactive enough to notice that there will be something like this, maybe that short break, which made him literally to have what we call the administrative heads. When he inaugurated them this year, I was wondering what's with the local government heads and all the, you already have a local government chairman. But apparently from what we are seeing now, I guess it's a bit prepared for this, because in let's be real here. You cannot beat a man or beat a child and expect him not to cry. You've already said that you have invalidated the elections. You can't also say you are going to invalidate the administrative heads. At least administration, governance must move on. And the fact that Simon Wanosike is still angling for that position is amazing. Just like Fubara obeyed this, court verdict, Wanosike and the others should also obey the court verdict that told them that their elongated stay is not in sync with the constitution. So let's all be, civil here. Now, for the others, you are quite correct. If you observe very well, you will notice also that Fubara never mentioned that he recognized Martin Semehile or not. And he only said that come on the 7th of March, him and his team of lawyers, his legal team, will be looking through the certified true copy to ascertain, the implementations and all. And don't also forget very quickly, whatever we are doing, Martin Semehile and his group of lawmakers are also bidding for time. They have approximately 60 days to do whatever magic they need to do now, because after that, the whole process will begin. And whatever it is, Fubara still remains the governor of Rivers State. It has not changed. Yeah. I guess right now it will require a lot of patience from Fubara, a whole lot of patience. But sincerely speaking, no one saw this coming. No one saw it coming in this dimension. But let's be real, in our platform, even before this verdict, I could still remember my colleague did mention that there will be something like this, that the Supreme Court's verdict will definitely not favor Fubara, because at some point he withdrew that part that would have silenced this whole matter because of the agreement, the 8-point agenda agreement that they signed with Mr. President along with Martin Semehile and him. He quickly withdrew his own, but Martin Semehile did not. It is that one that he did not that got to this level. Yeah. So Fubara should know that these guys don't play fair. So whatever he is doing, he shouldn't also look at things in the eyes of fairness. Because if they played fair, they shouldn't still be in the house. Just like their group of supporters have been shouting and screaming. They said, one of them did mention something about the 15th law of power, that when you have your enemy, crush him. Fubara had them, but he didn't crush them. He allowed them, leverage to still seat, even though he doesn't recognize them. Allowed his predecessor to still come around and still cause, Yendeba. It didn't stop him. But in the reign and time of his predecessor, that cannot happen. Amechi was literally living in Abuja, even though he's a Riverian. And not just a Riverian, a former governor. So let's tell ourselves the truth. Fubara is really a gentleman. But to what extent his gentility will go is what we do not know. But let's see his staying power, because I can tell you for free, if he recognizes this guy, he's in for a roller coaster. A lot of things to be changed. Anything that he will be asked to come again for. Oh, goodness me. I don't know. Let's see what his legal team would advise him. But I know that his legal team will never advise him to be illegal.
Yeah, they won't advise him to be illegal. And he has said after the study that they will take out time to implement to the letter everything provided for there. But at the same time, they are still hoping that the appeal court case, which has a lot to do with the defection, will also be handled. We'll have to leave it there.